To make deviled eggs in your Instant Pot, put in the rack and then add about a cup of water to the bottom of the Instant Pot. Then put your eggs on top of the rack. In this video, I made 1 dozen deviled eggs. Then put the lid on, set to sealing, and put on manual for 5 minutes. Here is the ice bath. I'm going to put the hard-boiled eggs in when they're done in the Instant Pot. I use the 5-5-5 method. Some of you are familiar with it. So I put a dozen eggs in the Instant Pot with maybe a little over a cup of water in the bottom there. And I set it on manual for 5 minutes. And then I let the steam release for 5 minutes. And then I take them out and I put them in an ice bath for 5 minutes. Right when they're done, I'll add some water to this bowl of ice. And there's my wooden spatula that's been rode hard and put away wet. In any case, so I'll put them in the ice bath. Then they'll be easy peasy peeling and ready for the deviled eggs. And so that's what I've got going with the eggs right now. All right, so now I'm gonna leave it until this says 05, and then I'll release the pressure and transfer the eggs to the ice bath as soon as the pressure is released. Okay, we are at 5 minutes here, so I am going to release the steam. I'm going to pull it a little bit away from my cabinet so it doesn't affect the paint there, although this paint is like 25 years old. All right, so we're going to let this go down, and after it's down, I'm going to transfer the eggs to the ice bath. All right, this is down, and now that means I can open the lid and transfer the eggs. We don't eat pasta anymore, but my pasta server is perfect for getting eggs out of the Instant Pot and putting them into the ice bath. So we're going to do this. You don't need to see me do this all 12 times, so we'll see you back in a minute. All right, they're all in there, and the thing is 5-5-5, so they're supposed to be in this ice bath 5 minutes. I usually leave them in there a little bit longer just because the 5 minute in the ice bath isn't a critical time. You want at least 5 minutes. But what I'm usually doing is, like, I'm going to grab a bite to eat right now real quick and transfer the bacon and do some other things. And then when I'm done with those, I will get back to peeling these eggs. And when they're cooked in the Instant Pot, they peel super duper easy. The next thing I do is cut all the eggs in half and put the whites into my deviled egg container and scoop the yolks into a bowl. I like to have the whole setup done. So I've got the eggs to my left, I've got the cutting board to my right, and I'm right in front of me, and then I've got the bowl for the yolks to my right, and I've got the container for the whites right in front of me. Okay, I've cut up all dozen eggs. I have this Rubbermaid deviled egg thing, and it doesn't hold 24 deviled egg halves. It holds 20. So I believe the manufacturer assumed that you'd eat some eggs yourself while you were making them, which always cracks me up in any case. So I've got the extras laying on top here. So these are the eggs, and these are the yolks. And I don't have any bacon or butter mayo made, so this is going to be Ketovore. I've got clean avocado oil mayo and some clean German mustard that I am going to mix with the egg yolks using my stick blender, my KitchenAid stick blender. That just makes it easier. So let's do that. I don't measure out my mayo. I put in a few spoonfuls until it's about the consistency that I want. I keep the mayo and the mustard at hand in case after I blend them together, the mixture still seems a little too stiff for me. So let's see how that turns out. This is some Redmond's real salt. I have a lovely little ceramic container and a little wooden spoon I like to keep it in. I just add this to taste. I like to blend the mixture in a glass container so that I can see the bottom to make sure everything got blended. Okay, that's about done. I'm gonna scrape this, use my spoon and kind of scrape this off of the blender stick, and then we're gonna get ready to stuff the eggs. Okay, I don't have a cake decorating bag set or anything like that, so what I just do is take a plastic Ziploc bag and I cut a corner off. Can you see that? Yeah. I cut the corner off with the kitchen shears, and what I'm going to do is put this in here and then use the bag to squeeze into the eggs. It makes it so much easier, faster, better cleanup, all that kind of thing. So let me open this. You can observe me putting a couple spoonfuls in here. It is still kind of a messy process. You know, you're gonna get some on the Ziploc and everything, but it is what it is. It's gonna be a little mess. All right, it's not particularly entertaining to watch me do the rest of this process, so I'll see you in a minute. All right, the bag is stuffed. Let me get this bowl out of the way. I'm not a cinematographer, guys. You may have picked up on that. Not a cinematographer. So let's get this zipped up, squeeze some of the extra air out. And there we go. It's gonna be ready to push out that end on the eggs. So let me get those. All right, I pulled out the extras off the top so it'd be a neater process here. Maybe these will be my lunch. Who knows? We'll see. All right, let me get these kind of even here. My hands are clean, I promise. I'm obsessed with washing them when I'm preparing food. So let's do one that's easiest for the camera to see right here. Like that, see? Like that. And then when I go back, when I get to the end, I can see maybe whether I've been putting too much or too little in the eggshells, and I just kind of go and scrape some off or add some in. And then I'm gonna top it with a little paprika. You'll see that at the end. Usually I like regular paprika, but we're out of that, but I do have smoked paprika. You don't have to do paprika, especially if you're sensitive to it. It does decorate the eggs very nicely, makes them kind of fun to look at and to eat. But it's not necessary. Some people might maybe like to top with a little bit of dill, or you don't have to top with anything. You could top with bacon, of course, then that'd be 100% carnivore. You can top with whatever you want. You couldn't, some people mix pickle juice in with the stuffing and then add a dill topping. They do that. So anyway, so that's what I've got going on here. Let me finish these and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done. They are all stuffed. I just have this thing, which is almost empty. Maybe it doesn't look like it on camera, but all I have to do is throw this away and then we're done, and we'll top it with some paprika. I used to buy everything in bulk from Frontier. I really like their spices, but I mean, I've got a lifetime supply of everything I've ever ordered at this point. So I keep this in a jar. I don't have it in a shaker. I have a shaker for my regular paprika, but like I said, we're out. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in my palm here and just do a little sprinkle over the eggs. I get complaints from the peanut gallery when I don't top these with paprika. They can't handle them without the paprika. So, okay. All right, so that is done. Done, done, done. All right. So these are the deviled eggs. Pretty easy from start to finish. I actually have started keeping these on hand, so everybody's got something to grab and go, and I don't hear any complaints. There's nothing to eat. Everybody loves the deviled eggs. I'm still faceless for now, but I left the house at 9 o'clock. I got to Whole Foods at 9:30. Was there a few minutes. I got to Costco at 10 o'clock, left Costco at 10:30, got home at about 10:50, and unloaded the groceries and started prepping about 11. And since then, I've made a dozen deviled eggs and 2 packs of bacon, and I've got all the groceries put away, and there's some pre-cooked steaks in there for my husband and son. I had a couple of slices of Indigo Nilly's bread toasted with butter, and I'm gonna have these deviled eggs to finish my lunch. I'm not really that hungry. I'll have some beef later today. I had 2 slices of the bacon. So it's a pretty productive day so far. I think I'm done in the kitchen. I've got just a little cleanup, but actually not much. Using the parchment paper for the bacon really helps. Using that bag to help stuff the eggs really helps. The Instant Pot is an easy cleanup. I just dump the water out, give it a rinse, and let it drain. So this has been a successful day, and I'm about to take myself out of the house on a little organizational retreat. Might walk the dog. We'll see how all of that goes.